scared and wary about a team that are on the cusp of that kind of greatness. It's going to be a lot of wind in their sails for sure.
Yeah, Vengeful Spirits was thrown out early there, but really didn't get much back from it. Just took out one of those Charlie pets, and the breaks coming through already. Shu just leaving these kind of small amount of walls either side of the mid, but I'm sure he'll get those cleaned up pretty quick.
Most effort result this entire set so far, and I mean, Reject are just untouchable at this point in time. Bannerman might be the one to tarnish the record, staying alive yet again. Oh my word, it's an absolute bloodbath. Reject quite managed to connect it onto the Hank, but I like the fact that he didn't utilize it onto the brawler that was already so weak, it didn't really kind of make sense to. So despite the miss, it was the right decision making. And 4% needed here from Reject. They can just storm the zone when everyone's available to do so, and they do just that.
Frenzy were kind of feeling good off the start, and then that Squeak Super missed, and honestly, it doesn't seem to be him. Oh, he gets sniped down as well by the hypercharge of Bono. But these Squeak Supers just don't seem to be
ready. Link so many arrows into Bono.
Yeah, Bono so low here, 730, does get killed. Modin goes down as well, and this is much better from Frenzy. It's just flip-flopping back and
the windup. That's hefty damage. Thankfully, Hank did have a shield for a brief period, which let him stay alive a little longer, and that's even more damage. Modin falling. Frenzy Gaming in a 3v2. Probably soon going to drop to a 3v1 with Bono going down, and Cookie's just one tap. The final dodges are not, you can't really afford to push in solo, and there are defensive abilities on the other side too. Bono's going to try and ping dip this guy, looking for it. The super available, and still a kill in fact, with Moding getting the elimination. A solid defense as well from Frenzy Gaming. It's 2 kills with a combination of Barry and Lily that puts things in the lead for Genji.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just provided them with that lead there. The Willow not making the best of plays. Now the dash comes through, not going to be able to get the kill either. I don't think the heals are there. And Willow in the backline's not doing anything either. Just
control play from Genji Esports. What's the aggression from Frenzy Gaming? Well, they can't do much when they got a Lily up in their face, a Hypercharge and Super in, and then the Vanish out. Hypercharge in from Toridesu. Mira needs that Super. He's got it. He's got a stun with that Hypercharge, but he's going to have to work for it. That's a rogue Lily in their base. Toridesu stunned on the left side, but only briefly. 5 seconds to go, and only 4 stars to win the game. 2 seconds left. A stun to Cookie, but the rejection.
But chooses to go in now. Moding making the move. Willow still got a super as well. Mira going in, gets the star. That's brilliant from him, and another double kill out of the Bonnie. Really nice to mind that. Moding not able to find the connecting blows here against the Willow. The Willow doesn't mind going down, dives into the dirt, and now going in. Mira can't get away from this, and the push is coming in. Just controlling each other, but he does go down on the right-hand side. Super comes in from Mira. He's not going to be able to get enough to turn this one around, and that is really unfortunate.
Seconds to go. Jimmy are down 1 goal as a result of having it
down to about 25% now. Mira gets a slow through on Bono and shouldn't have another gadget left just yet. Hypercharge comes through and he's going to get some big range off that. Cookie around the side with his Hypercharge, and so much damage being done. Just about getting on the zone and extending this lead to 20% once more.
Bono, this unstoppable force, has to face a Hypercharge in order to be taken down. That's the dodge from Cookie. That could cost him though, actually. That was one of their main ways of getting back on the point. They do at least have the speed from Moding, and they have the health of Bono to work with, and Cookie should be able to get this super back depending on how aggressively Frenzy Gaming decide to play. Only 8% to go for Genji Esports. They need to find some point of entry onto this hot zone, but they cannot seem to get in. In fact, they're totally spread thin. Another Hypercharge out from Griff. Moding can't get
it now. Chooses not to, goes for it as well, and just narrowly avoids that returning Griff shot. Can he get... Oh, I mean, he's not hitting the shots. Mira.
Frenzy Gaming now counting up to 80%. And Genji doesn't have a Draco Super to bail them out this time. Here's a Hypercharge in from the Hank, and a last-ditch effort from Cookie to get on this point. He has a Hypercharge, but it's not even gonna...
You get worried, though, when Kuru separates. Despite that gadget being such an effective factor in that last round, it's definitely a scary prospect that that is the very person which Rival Esports are looking to expose and isolate. Terry goes in now into the realm, but he's going to come out in a bit of a precarious position. But Icy able to go on the aggressive as well. Ryohei now in that realm, comes out of it, the gas closes in, and these much needed heals from Kuru are going to have to come in massively clutch. Now the speed comes in, and a Hypercharge from the Buster at just the nick of time, but the alley comes in, 2 versus 2, 2 players go down. Now, can Navi stay standing? Ryohei staying alive here. Capital Esports now have got to do a lot of catching up. Terry's got to jump away, but close to the gas there, and no connective stun from the body, taken care of swiftly by Navi. Terry's got nowhere to go but the gas. Detail there from Navi, which really paid off, but they've got to, again, stand firmer on their back spawn. That's where it all went wrong in the last game, and this Draco is the danger, but he knows that, gets the hypnosis and the combination there with the Dancing Flames gadget of Kuru. Lovely synergy here from Navi. The Mortis aggression of Meshi continues on, marked up now, and that 3,000 damage is forcing him back. A hypercharge for the Charlie as well as now the Draco coming in. If Rival Esports get this pinpoint precision correct and use their utility just the right time, it could be a disaster for Navi and the stars will just fly back over.
Oh my goodness, that's 2 kills, and Rival Esports are out as soon as they pushed in, and they've got something to show for it as well. Couple hypercharges, and they got a super on Charlie as well. This is looking phenomenal for Rival Esports as you count down to the final few seconds. Navi are looking for their point of entry. Ryohei down to his last legs. Here comes a double kill, a triple kill. What a team wipe from IC to end things off. 10 seconds to go. Achapi needs some value here with a hypercharge. Now counting down to 5. Kuru in with a hypercharge as well. Looking for a kill on IC, but Terry and Mameshi know that they just got to stay alive on the right side. It's a 10-star.
I'm loving how this brawler, like, you know, I remember when it first came up for us. Oh, look at this. Could be a goal here, actually, potentially. No, defended for now, but Achapi forces it through. Great stuff ever. And it's just the way the meta's shaped to be that it's just now come into being one of the best brawlers, really, at countering a lot of these aggressive hypercharges.
That is very, very true. My goodness. Wow, what a comeback as well. A defense from Achapi. Oh my gosh, and Ryo
playing this Charlie so well. 10 seconds on the clock. Can Rival Esports get this ball and get something of it? Hypercharge out there. There is potentially still time here. There's Kuru stunned down the left-hand side on the middle there, as well as an opening potentially. It's Harry! He gets it! And just 2 seconds before overtime! What a shot from Rival Esports, and they're staying in this game!
What an ankle breaker to bring us to OT. They've got to keep this aggression going. They have a super on IC, but the hypercharge is out from Kuru on the left side. IC now looking for the kill on Kuru, shut down by the spiders that are out. Kuru in his last legs. Here comes the out-of-bounds Shade trying to play goalie, doing his best, popping the hypercharge, but it
just clears it off, and that's going to waste so much of time for Rival Esports here. A key moment, though, is now everyone working together, and that's going to be a goal regardless. It was a close
Fording grabbed this ball just to pass it out of the way. I'm not sure what the objective of that really was, but it's cost them so much of their positioning, and everyone's just getting run over. IC's the last to fall, a full team wipe. Go for that. Now he's superless, and he does have a hypercharge. He will be able to play around Mameshi, but it would have been so much better if he had a super of his own. The hypercharge out from Ryohei. He's frozen, rooted into the ground, in the team wipe from Rival. Clear.
Go. Oh, look at this, though. Coon from Kuru, and Achapi's got a bit of a beeline for the goal, but the ball push clear, and everyone's frozen. Oh, no. Can Achapi get the pass to Ryohei? He's slipping and sliding. He's actually going to get
that offensive momentum when previously they were profiting off of their defensive capabilities. Here comes Terry in. He has a hypercharge ready, and he's no doubt going to be taken down, but Ryohei has to get in range. He's going to have to sacrifice quite a bit of HP to get in there, and that ended up actually not being the right play. Kuru is going to get scored on, and Navi now find themselves at a tied-up score only 1 minute into the game.
Oh, look at Ryo. He's so dangerous here, going in, cycling the hypercharge, and look at the connections that he's getting. Beautiful from Navi, making a run for the goal and an easy. Hank, I mean, with the Hank, it's going to be very tough to push into this.
They're going to go for it. Here comes Terry on the right side. Whoa, I did not expect him to win that matchup against Ryohei, but when you decide to go with the irresistible attraction, just know that you're pulling a Hank right under you, and if he supers, then you are dead 2, 3, 4 times over. Here comes once more the CC out from Mameshi, shutting down Ryohei. And Navi are really struggling to find their positioning on this point. That's a missed hyper from Mameshi. Not really the best outcome, but Rival Esports are tearing this composition apart.
The most the Frank has done is open up the entire map, leaving nowhere to go, and you're all spawning in. It's down to really Achapi with his hypercharge now to really make some space for his team. He does find a connection on the right-hand side. That's great here for Navi, and now Achapi can move forwards and reserve this utility, wait for the perfect time for it, because they are so behind on the objective. Now creeping towards 25%, whereas Rival Esports have all got 82% on the zone. And now with everything so open, it's going to be very tough, but Achapi's doing wondrous work at shutting down this right-hand side, and a great stun for Ryohei. There is still time for this comeback potential. Terry stays standing, but these stuns continue on from Ryohei, and it's just buying down the clock and giving more time to Navi.
My hypothesis was that if Navi get control at this point, then it's impossible for Rival Esports to win unless they get a Kenji hypercharge and get a 3K off of it, or at least get everyone at once, getting some damage onto them. Because look at how much utility these guys have. Ryohi, Kuru working together as a squad. They get the takedown onto Kenji as well. To think that this is really off the back of Kenji dying to a Frank hypercharge that was entirely avoidable. Rival Esports pushing in, looking for the last second comeback, and they get it!
See what Navi can cook. That was so close.
Because they did need to keep control, but that could have been used on Ryohi when he uses a super. Memeshi is behind. He needs to get the super soon. Got to be just 2 shots away. There's 1, there's 2 per charge. That's going to be not that much onto Ryohi. In fact, it was almost a total waste. Rival Esports lose control, and they totally could have had control. That was an excellent snipe on Kuru, but Rival Esports are still lacking control.
Berry Hills are keeping Ryohi on this zone. So much doubling down to really put him on the map here. And he's doing a great job handling this pressure spectacularly. So as Navi now approach 90% on the zone, Ryohi stays alive there as well. A Chappie there for support on the right-hand side, and a great hypercharge stun from Ryohi yet again. There goes the super there from as well, the Griff, and it keeps Navi alive. It's match point now. Next